Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Right, Sebastian is going to run at 18 kilometres an hour. Me and Sarah are going to run at 9 kilometres an hour. We've got 9 kilometres to do, actually, just over 9 kilometres. For Bag That Badge today, we're doing Hudson Roll. So if you don't have the Hudson Roll badge, get on that treadmill immediately. I think we've got late join enabled, so you can jump on and join us for the Hudson Roll route badge, which we're starting in 10 seconds from now. So get your treadmills up to speed and let's give this a go. Welcome everyone to the latest episode of Bag That Badge. This particular Route Achievement Badge is called Hello Wanda on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Facebook, sorry. Amy Green says hello. Hello Amy. We've got Sebastian and Sarah who are regulars, and then people I don't know. Wow, good stuff. So we've got Steele and Macaulay and Aon and Hoadley and Druitt. Oh, is that Simon Druitt? Possibly know that name. Tonmacher from Germany and Cederholm from Norway, who are all names I don't recognise, and hopefully they are all people who don't have the badge and are going for it today. If you do not have this badge, keep running until it appears on the screen after about 9.2 kilometres. Even Amy Green doesn't have this badge. As always, the rule is to keep on running until the badge appears. Sarah Jacobson's pretty sure she's got it, but Amy Green does not have it, so that's at least one person. At least one person hasn't got it. Time change has meant an earlier start today. So, because of daylight saving time over in the US, I think it's over because it hasn't happened here yet. We've been pushed or pulled back to 5:15 PM UK time. Normally 6:15 PM UK time. But I hope we'll be back to normal next week. We'll see what happens. Hoadley seems to have had a technical and has stopped. Two, Stuart, Jordan, Jan, Brian, and Olaf. Dane. Hello also to Shane and Jordan. And hello Sebastian and Sarah and Amy. But you're all regulars. You don't need welcoming. You're always here. And it's lovely to see you. Thank you for coming. Hello also to Sarah, Sebastian and Amy. I should have put commas there, shouldn't I, really? Sarah, comma, Sebastian. Now you're known as Sarah Sebastian. Hello. Look at that, we're almost at 1 kilometre already. Hi Jordan. If you are interested, this run is being broadcast live. Right, Sarah wants to know more about the party for one. After. I have to admit, I just made it up. I made it up because you said hello party people. So I thought, okay, well, you know, when I finish this run, I'll have a shower. So first off, I'm having a party for one in the shower by myself after the run. By party, I mean the most exciting thing that will happen is that I will wash my hair, and then I shall get dressed, I shall go downstairs, and I shall put the TV on, or I will sit my computer on my lap, and that will be party number 2, in which, no, I'm not going to have a bath, Sebastian, it'll be a shower. Hello Angela, by the way, on YouTube. Hi there. Thanks for popping by again. Yeah, and then I shall either do some video editing or watch some Netflix series until my wife gets home from work. I think she's late home tonight. Normally she works from home, but she was in the office today, so she'll be home a bit late. And actually, I've just had a message from my daughter to say that my wife is trying to call me. Should I call my wife live on air? Right, I'm phoning my wife now. Hello there, it's me. Please don't swear, you're live on YouTube, Facebook and Twitch. My Bag That Badge run was suddenly, I realised it was an hour earlier than usual. So I'm running now. Okay, and everyone's listening to you. Well, they're not because they can't hear you on the phone, but... Right. I have not made the children's dinner yet. I was planning on doing that when I'd finished. Alright then, bye-bye. There we are. There's a small insight into the lives of Stephen and Victoria. Hello, Tina. Have you had a lovely afternoon on the sofa? Or have you been sitting in the sunshine? Did you go for a walk? Right, Victoria is in the car on her way home from work. As you will have discovered, I did not tell her that the run was an hour an hour earlier. Riveting television right there says, well, this is it. This is it, Sarah. It doesn't get more exciting than this, does it? Phoning your wife live on air. And now Victoria is in the chat. So I'm imagining she's not driving then, if she's in the chat. So she's either not got to her car yet, or she will be there shortly and will drive home. She'll be half an hour then. She can come and do the last 3k of the run then. Amy Green, it is real life. That is real life. That's real life right there. Sarah Jacobson, quite rightly, issuing a warning to Victoria, don't drive and watch. Tina has been walking and sitting in the sunshine. Very nice too. Daily dose of vitamin D sorted. 1 mile done. And about 4.5 to go. 1 mile down. Four and a half to go. I think I noticed Sarah Jacobson saying she feels this route is the most realistic to how it is actually in New York. Having never been to New York, I do not know. London is pretty good. Thing is, it always looks a lot cleaner on Zwift. London, the blue cycle lanes in the real life London are a little more patchy, let's say, and a little more dirty than they are on Zwift. But in general, London looks very similar to how it does in real life. Welcome along if you're just tuning in. This is the Bag That Badge series. We are now, having done a few in Watopia, we're on to onto New York, where there are quite a few badges. Sarah Jacobson says this pretty much looks exactly how Central Park looks. Wow. Okay, that's good. Except for the future sky bridges, yes. Amy Green says, is Watopia not real? Angela says, this route looks gorgeous. Yes, it's very pretty running through Central Park, definitely. I think if I had to choose, though, I would choose the sky roads in New York. I do like looking down and out across the city and over the rooftops. Probably wouldn't work in real life. 7k, 2k done, 7k to go. Thanks for the ride on, Jeff Partridge.
Right on.
Cheers, buddy. Sarah and Sebastian, shall we get to 5 kilometres to go and then bump it up a little bit from each kilometre for 5k? We could either go like 0.2 or we could go a whole half each kilometre. Up to you. What do you think? 0.2 or 0.5 each kilometre? I'm happy either way. Okay, 0.2 it is. Yeah, no problem, Sarah, that's fine. That's fine. So when we get to 5 kilometres left, so that's in just under 2 kilometres time, we're going to bump it up to 9.2 And then with 4k to go, 9.4, 3k, 9.6, etc. Is there anyone else on board who does not have this badge? Question mark. Don't worry if you find it difficult to run and type at the same time. I understand. However, may I extol to you the virtues of voice to text! Exclamation mark. Shane Druitt doesn't have it. I think is it Sean or Shane? Wait a minute. Shane. Nice one, Shane. Okay, so we know that Amy and Shane are at least 2 people going for the badge. Tina reckons I do need to speed up because I've got to feed the kids. No, but Tina, you see, you're not in the mindset of a husband. That's not the mindset of a husband. You don't speed up because you need to feed the kids. You slow down so that your wife gets home before you finish running and she makes the dinner. You see, she's asked me to make the dinner, asked me to feed the kids, and I'm perfectly happy to feed the kids. I will feed the kids. It's nothing to do with me. I can't help it if my wife gets home earlier than me and her guilt makes her cook the dinner. I can't help that, can I? See, Tina, you've got to get into the mind of a husband. And I have an excuse. I was running. I didn't ask you to cook the dinner, Victoria. I didn't say cook the dinner. I said I was perfectly happy to cook the dinner once I'd finished running. And you're not allowed to tell Victoria that I'm saying all this, by the way. You can't give away husband secrets. We had a very sparse Film My Run 500 this morning. What, Sarah? Sarah says, oh, Stephen. What? Don't tell me it's not exactly the same over in the States. I've seen Friends. I know what you're all like over there. I've watched The Big Bang Theory. Because obviously Friends and The Big Bang Theory are exactly how it is in the United States. That's how you all behave. So, it's just the same over here. What was I saying? Oh yes, Film My Run 500. Sebastian and myself were pretty much the only participants at Film My Run 500 this morning. Must be something to do with the time changes. Must be vastly different over in Thailand or in other parts of the UK. I'm not reading Amy's comment out because that puts me to shame. Something about her feeding her kids before she came on the treadmill, but I'll just ignore that. It's not important. Yeah, so yeah, there really weren't very many, so I'm going to have to do some advertising of the Film My Run 500 now, because we had hardly anyone, only about 4 people on Tuesday, and only 2 or 3 today. And normally we have about 10 to 15, so something's going on. But I will need to either do some advertising or change the time so that it fits people a bit better again. I know that Clive Finnimore had some problems getting back from work, and of course Amanda Moore is back in the office during the day these days, so she can't come anymore. So we have had some changes. And Tina, no, we didn't. So because there was only me and Sebastian, we decided to be quiet, not talk very much, and concentrate on keeping our heart rates low. But actually, it was exactly the same as usual. So Sebastian hit 150 about halfway through the final kilometre, and I hit 150 just after the final arch. In that the last 200 metre sprint at the end, I think I made it about 50 metres into that before hitting 150. So it was no different. Keeping quiet was no different to me chatting as usual, unfortunately. We don't run in Central Park often enough to stop. It is very pretty here. We've been joined by Turek. Tony Turek. Hello, Tony. Welcome to the party, Tony. So Tony has been a late join, just about a kilometre or so behind us. Stuart Macaulay is a good, good few metres ahead. Well, hang on a minute, where are we? Nearly 2 kilometres ahead. So Stuart is nearly 2 kilometres ahead, as is Jordan Steele from Canada, a couple of kilometres ahead of us. 1 kilometre ahead is Jan from Norway and Brian Hoadley from the UK. And there's a little group of us all on around 3.5 kilometres in. And then we've got Cedar Home from Norway just behind. And we've just been joined by San Juan as well. San Juan, who at the moment doesn't look like they're moving, but has joined from Spain. Oh yes, speed increase soon, yes. Shane says, trying to run on the back at the end of COVID is extremely difficult. Slow down if you need to, Shane. Just take it nice and easy and get the job done. So with 5 kilometres to go, we are going to speed up just a little bit. Only 0.2. Just to keep our legs alive. Thank you for reminding me, Sarah and Seb, though I would have totally forgotten about that. As you well know, that's why you reminded me, didn't you? Because you knew I'd completely forgotten about it. We will be here every week for the next few weeks. We will be ticking off each Route Achievement Badge. Just check the companion app for the exact time of the event each Thursday. Obviously, different time zones affect what time the run is. Tina says, today is the first day I've not had to sleep halfway through. Really starting to feel better now. That's excellent news, Tina. Yeah, I imagine having such a treatment, having such an operation, just leaves you totally drained and lacking in any kind of energy. And it's good to hear that you're now at the stage where you don't have to have an afternoon's sleep. Strangely, I do need an afternoon's sleep, even though I haven't had an operation. I do like to have an afternoon nap. I imagine myself living in Spain, and it's so warm that I need a siesta. So that's how I convince myself that I need to go to bed. That isn't true, by the way. I very rarely sleep in the afternoon. Occasionally, whilst editing video with my laptop on my lap, you might find my eyes just closing a little, occasionally. Right, we are at 9.2 now. Another kilometre will speed up to 9.4. Right, let's go and drop some ride-ons. Actually, I can do it with my map, can't I? Hold on. Boom. Has that dropped any ride-ons? No. Oh, that's a bit... Oh, yes, it has. Yes, it has. But I'll need to jump forward to give ride-ons to Stuart and Jordan and Brian up there. So bear with me 1 second. So there's Stuart, heart rate of 145, nice and comfortable, running at 14 kilometers per hour. So if that heart rate is correct, that is decent fitness there. He is nearly 7 kilometers in at 14.5 kilometers per hour with a heart rate of 145. So that's very decent indeed. Good fitness levels there. This is Jordan. Jordan's running at around about the same, 14.5, and is just behind Stuart. No heart rate though, but we're half an hour in, and Jordan is at 6.8 kilometres in. Brian Hoadley from the UK, 5.5 kilometres in. He's running at 11.7 kilometres per hour. Again, no heart rate for him, but steps per minute of 159, although that's fairly solid, so it looks like he might be using the Run Klein app or something like that. So well done to Brian. This is Jan. Well done, Jan. Running at 10.8 kilometers per hour. Very, very slow cadence though, 143. That probably isn't correct. There's Sarah. And there's Shane. Tonemaka. There's Tony. Let's give Tony a ride on. Tony Turek from Germany. Heart rate 144, running at 12 kilometers per hour. And steps per minute 173. That looks all about right, all above board and correct. Is 3.7 kilometers into the run. So Tony started a bit late, but he's hopefully going to finish not long after us, running at 12 kilometers per hour. Amy Green there, 9.2, like the rest of us in our little group here with Sarah and Sebastian. Shane there as well. And Cedar Home just a little bit behind. Give them a ride on. Well done to you. Rudra Singh, hello Rudra, on YouTube, says hi. Nice to have you with us. Whereabouts in the world are you, Rudra? So 4.2 kilometers to go, 200 meters, and then we will speed up. Thank you, Sarah.
Nice.
Remember, we have 3 brand new Route Achievement Badges to collect during tour of if you don't manage to collect them during the tour, we will be doing those badges in this series later. So when we get to the end of this series of all the regular Route Achievement Badges, we will add the 3 new ones on at the end. Trev Wilson, good evening to you. He says, last day away from my treadmill, looking forward to getting back for a couple of weeks. Will be good to have you back. Thank you for reminding me. Speed up, Stephen, says Sarah. Sebastian, 9.4. Stephen, come on, get your head in the game, sort your life out, and get sped up, for goodness sake. Memory of a goldfish. So we are up to 5.3 kilometers into the run, 3.8 to go. My heart rate is looking nice, 117 at the moment. So we're nicely in zone 1 still. Nice and comfortable. and 3 more speed increases to go. 9.6, 9.8, and the last kilometre we'll do at 10 kilometres per hour. Heart rate of 121 for Sebastian. Funnily enough, mine is 121 as well, just now. Tina Beard is asking, are you doing anything nice this weekend, Mr. Filmmaking Expert? Haven't I told you? I'm sure I've mentioned this, Tina. Did I not mention it? Sarah, surely I've mentioned this, no? Sebastian? Amy? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't mention it. I mean, I'm not one to talk about my my personal achievements, so I don't like to boast or brag, so I probably haven't mentioned it. Is that no, Sebastian? Sebastian's grasp of English is sometimes not 100% on point. He said yes, I think he means no. I get my prize at the weekend, yeah. Yeah, the expert panel is the thing that's really worrying me, to be honest. The thing is, there'll be people in the audience who know a lot more about filmmaking than I do, and I'll just have to go, I don't know. What? You know better than me? No, listen, honestly, I am not afraid to say, you know, I just made a film to the best of my ability, and if you know, there'll be plenty of people. There are plenty of people in that audience who will know a lot more about filmmaking than me. But you know, what can you do? You just have to be honest, don't you? Yes, exactly, Sarah. I basically, right, on Sunday. So obviously, you know, I'm going up to Sheffield for this Sheffield Adventure Film Festival. And on Saturday, my film is being shown. That's great. On Sunday, I am taking part in a panel. I am on a panel of filmmaking experts talking to newcomers to filmmaking about how to make films. Have you ever heard anything so hilarious? Thank you. That's very kind of you to say so, Amy. Thank you. And it, you know, obviously winning an award, it does make you feel a little bit more confident about your ability to do something. Hey, Shane. Thank you, Tina, as well. Thank you. Very kind of you. Yeah, so I'm leaving tomorrow. Going to stay with a friend. Well, actually, I'm not going to stay with a friend. I'm going to stay in a friend's Airbnb for free, which is very nice of him, while he's in Italy running a ridiculous race. So my friend Matt, who lives in New Mills, not far from Manchester, not far from Leo, Loughran, actually. My friend Matt is going to Italy this weekend to run a 48-hour race. And he's running, honestly, I get this, he's running round a loop circuit of 1 kilometre. 1 kilometre. He's running down the same 1 kilometre loop all the way to Italy to do this. All the way to Italy to run. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks, Sebastian. 1 kilometre loop for 48 hours. he's absolutely crazy. If I'm going to Italy, I am running in the mountains, and I'm running 100 miles, and I'm going from A to B, or from A in a big loop back round to A again. I am not running in a 1 kilometre circle for 48 hours. Anyway, so he's going to Italy, but he and his wife have an Airbnb, and they're letting me use that for a couple of nights. I know, it's madness, Tina. So we're now up to 9.6 kph. I'm hoping that I might be able to meet with Leo either Saturday afternoon or... Oh no, I can't, not Saturday afternoon, because he's running some crazy thing down in Chester, isn't he? Maybe Sunday we might be able to meet up, I'm not sure. Here we are, 6.5 kilometres in to the Hudson Roll route. 2.5k to go to get the badge if you haven't got it. We know that Shane hasn't got it, we know that Amy hasn't got it. Hopefully there's a few others who don't like talking on text or can't type and run at the same time. Because there are a few names that I don't recognise, so I'm hoping they've joined the run specifically to get the badge, because that's what the whole series was set up for. And we might make it a rolling series, so once we finish we basically just start again a couple of weeks later or something. We'll see how it goes. Do you like my new shorts? I got them in Gran Canaria. I do like the design and the colour. And I was saying this morning, I think they are pretty much now my favourite shorts. I appreciate you watching, by the way. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, hello Twitch, if there's anybody watching on Twitch, and Facebook, always one or two on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your support of the channel and your support of Zwift. And in a wider sense, your support of treadmill running as a concept. Sarah Jacobson says the Stride is keeping pace with the Bluetooth treadmills pretty well today. So, Sarah, do you do a calibration on your Stride foot pod using the Zwift calibration tool, or do you just run and leave Stride to do what it does? Tina, company called HG. HG, but I don't think they ship to the UK. I suppose if you really wanted some and you emailed them, as if you paid for postage, they would ship to the UK. Right, 9.8 now, we're speeding up with 2 kilometers to go. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod like the Zwift Pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world.
Nice! To infinity and beyond!
So 1 mile to go. 1 mile to go, my gang. Pizza, socks. Right, 10 minutes to go. And that's 50 minutes of running done. So just take us another 10 minutes, 1 hour, just under an hour for the full distance. Sarah, I only found out the other day that they are in the short distances. Stage 2 was the short one, yeah. Actually, I think they're all the short ones, I'm not sure. Yeah, the last one is in the short distance as well. Very annoying seeing as I joined the long run and didn't get the badge.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Thanks, Phil, for the ride on. Yeah, catch-up run the end of March, so I'll be able to do stage 1 at the end of March, which I missed out. Haven't done stage 1 yet. And stage 2 short run to get the badge. But like I say, we'll be doing the badges in this series as well anyway. Once they become publicly available after Tour of Watopia. Right, so time to speed up to 10 kilometers per hour for the final kilometer. Away we go. Six minutes to go. So I won't be on tomorrow or any of the weekend. Victoria will be doing the Paris Marathon long run tomorrow night, Saturday night. No, hang on a minute, what day are we? Saturday night, yes. So Victoria will be live streaming on Saturday evening, 2 hours, Paris Marathon long run. But yeah, I won't be around. I won't be around this weekend. So nothing tomorrow. Nothing from me on Saturday, but Victoria will be on. And then nothing on Sunday, and we'll be back on Monday for the community run on Monday evening. Monday afternoon, if you're in the States. Tina says, well, as I have to walk, I can only manage the short runs anyway. So yeah, just right. Oh gosh. Sebastian, thank you for letting me know. So we have the Ukraine run tomorrow that I haven't set up yet. Right, I must do that as soon as we've finished. I must set that up. Thank you so much for reminding me. Ah, Amy. What are you going to be, Amy? 25? 26? 18? No, let me guess. I did see that Sunday was important. I just wasn't quite sure what you meant. But now I know. $25 plus 10, yeah. What is the opposite of a belated happy birthday? Question mark. Well, whatever it is, I'm a huge happy birthday, Amy, for this coming Sunday. Once again, it has been a pleasure running with you lovely lot. Do please join Victoria on Sunday for the Paris Marathon long run if you can. Victoria will be live streaming all by herself on Sunday, so she'll need your support. Tina says, enjoy your red carpet moment, Stephen. See you next week. Thank you. I'm not sure there'll be a red carpet, but I get what you mean. Thank you very much. You never know, there might be a red carpet, mightn't there? Saturday, Saturday. Sorry, not Sunday. Oh, I've stopped too early. Why have I stopped too early? You idiot. I've stopped 8 meters too early. Why have I stopped 8 meters too early? What an idiot. There we are. We're done. We're done. I think I must have just gone through 9 kilometers and thought that was it. 9.1. Amy's got the badge. Well done, Amy. So Druitt is not far behind, so Druitt's just coming in. Shane. Hopefully Shane will get the badge as well. Yeah, he's done. Jeez Louise. Well done. Well done, Amy and Shane. Right, that's it. We're done. Not Sunday, Saturday. So please go and join Victoria for the Paris Marathon long run training on Saturday. Saturday evening in the UK, Saturday afternoon in the US. She will be live streaming for 2 hours. So go and give her your support. I will be logging in because I don't think I've got anything specific to do on Saturday afternoon unless I go for a run. So I can log in and maybe chat with you guys online in the run, but I won't be running, and I certainly won't be in shed quarters helping with the live stream. So fingers crossed Victoria doesn't have any technical issues. And so yeah, go and join Victoria Saturday evening for the Paris Marathon run. Nothing tomorrow. But we will see you Saturday, and then I will be back on Monday evening for the community run. And happy birthday to Amy for Sunday. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Thanks for watching the live stream. Thanks for chatting in Facebook, YouTube and Twitch. And well done to everyone who got their badge today. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.